Hello everyone! Today we are going to go over the new details revealed in Morgana Report number 3 for Persona 5 Royal. I thought this was actually a pretty big one they did here because it shows quite a bit in terms of the new gameplay elements. I feel like this maybe gives us the most in terms of gameplay, whereas the other ones maybe had more focusing on characters and story. So you can see they detail more about the new location, Kichijoji, as well as talk about the changes to Baton Pass, the new abilities you can gain from that and rewards you can gain from that, as well as unique things that include new traits and stuff for personas. So while the video plays in the background, I'm going to go over some of the details we learn, and as usual, thanks to Persona Central and Siliconera and places like that for translating some of this stuff. So, in this third edition, one of the big things they talked about is that personas have traits that have been added that have special effects to persona attacks. So the personas will have like traits built into them, certain ones at least, I believe. And they said there are various types of traits. It is possible to combine them to create a very powerful persona. So we don't know exactly what they are yet. There has not been a ton of talk on that yet. But we do have, you can come up with speculate some ideas. Personas could be, inherently better at certain effects, dealing certain status ailments. As well as, who knows, maybe certain personas have the trait of you gain more experience when they are used, stuff like that. And as you can see on the screen right now, those team-up attacks that are new to this game, the very flashy ones, are called Showtime attacks. So those are exactly what they're called. They're not just, they are separating them from the normal kind of team-up. There will still be those in the game. They also talked about how there are new special accessories that you can equip that allow the user to use specific skills during battle simply by wearing them. So this is really interesting. What this would mean, I believe, is you could have a character, not talking about your main character, have a party member who is restricted to personas, equip them with an accessory that says, allows you to cast, Mabufudain or whatever, and a persona user that does not normally have that ability now does. So that could really allow you to outfit your party quite differently. And you can see they are showing Baton Pass, or as in Japan it's called Baton Touch. And when you hit an enemy weakness, it acts the same in that way. But this time, Baton Touch will result in a power for up to 3 consecutive passes. So it has different effects and improvements up to 3 different times. And a Baton Touch will increase things such as attack power, health, and even maybe give you SP back. And other effects as you get up to the max level of Baton Touch. So that's pretty cool. I remember when the first time I played Persona 5, definitely underutilized Baton Pass, and now it is going to become a much bigger part of the game, which is very cool, because I think that actually was a nice strategic thing, but you didn't necessarily rely on, or it wasn't as necessary to win, let's say, and now it becomes a much bigger thing. So one of the things, they just had someone ask a question, a fan asked, if the new elements in P5R will alter the original story, and Atlas's response was that the main story in Persona 5 isn't being altered, but that Persona 5 Royal features an expanded episode that reveals new things not told in the original game. So I think what they mean is because, obviously it has new story elements, but if you look at Persona 4 Golden as a good example, it didn't change. They didn't rewrite who the killer was. They didn't change who, key things, who you meant in the story. It didn't, completely change certain characters that you already knew and were well established, of course. But it certainly does alter the story a bit by adding all the new details they are adding. So one other thing I wanted to talk about is, as they go through this question, the new location, which is Kichijoji. We've seen... Oh, and by the way, actually, should point out that they showed a new persona here. But the new persona, from what I can tell, no one's listed its name or anything like that. So I don't know if it's supposed to have one. But considering I haven't seen it shown, I don't think that was shown here. Obviously, I can't read Japanese, so I can't say for sure. But it looks like they didn't detail much about it. They just showed that they have a new design, which is very neat, but we have very little detail on it. So yeah, I want to talk about Kichijoji. We've seen in other footage them playing darts and stuff like that. And that is a place in that location. And of course, you can spend time with with your friends, deepen your relationships, blah, blah, blah. But the interesting thing is, depending on the facility used and like what you do in Kichijoji, but the new Baton Touch ranks with a specific character will level up, and a persona's ability can be enhanced, such as increasing their maximum amount of SP. So yeah, so doing certain stuff can affect the Baton Touch, which is why I was saying before it's a bigger part of the game now. So playing darts with certain characters will give you certain abilities. Playing pool with certain characters will give you different ones. So each one kind of has their own benefit, and it depends on the character. I suppose, An and Ryuji might prefer different things, so you might get certain bonuses differently depending on which one of these kind of mini-game things you are participating in. And another interesting thing in Kichijoji is there's a new used clothing store. So you got a thrift shop here, and the thrift shop, you can hand in armor and things like that you find in mementos to earn points. It's like membership points for the store, and they can be exchanged for certain rewards. That's all they've said is certain rewards. So you are going to get maybe special items based on if you cash in maybe armor you find in a chest and stuff like that. So we don't know what those will be. So this obviously kind of becomes like the gun shop a little bit in terms of allowing you to get stuff, but it does, like I said, it's different than just whatever money you have on you. It's about earning points. So you get maybe certain healing items or certain equipment, stuff like that. But there's quite a few different shops they've shown. Those are the ones that they've kind of listed and detailed, and the ones people have translated more details on. But there's obviously stalls and places to eat and stuff like that too. So that is it for kind of the key details on the Morgana Report number 3. I thought this was a pretty good one. Like I said, it showed quite a few new, I guess I would say, systems to the game and different gameplay elements, things you have to keep in mind. Like I said, so much of the game now is focused on Baton Pass or Baton Touch, depending on what they... I don't know if they'll change that for the West or not. But like having an entire area where you can hang out, of course, advanced social links and stuff like that, but also have that be a kind of a thing. You're working on leveling up their Baton Touch rank, which could give you some really good benefits in battle. So that's quite a big focus on that. Like I said, whereas before it was just you can do Baton Pass if you want, you'll get a boost for it, but it wasn't as... they didn't kind of shove it in your face, like, hey, this is a huge part of the game. So if you didn't really think about it, you could miss it. It's on your first play. Like I said, I definitely underutilized it. So yeah, that is what we have, and Morgana Report number 4 is going to come out next month in August. So we'll see if anything big comes from that, anything cool. And that's mostly it for me. I haven't done as much videos in recent times. I really did a lot during E3 and kind of was on top of everything, constantly trying to watch something and do videos. And, I kind of had to take time off to do it and focus on it, so I've been really busy lately. Haven't had as much time, but we are back. Hopefully do some more videos in due time when some nice details pop up. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. If you have any thoughts on what we've learned about Persona 5 Royal, feel free to leave them in the comments below. And we'll see you next time.